wonder if you guys can hear me from over there. Yeah, we'll get the mic over here. We'll put it back when we go to the arts and crafts table here. Wow, I am blue. Look at that. What the heck? I don't know what is going on with that camera. Nice and blue, I guess. How the hell is everybody doing? Let's see, we got Acid in here. One Easy, I saw you earlier. Grot, thanks for the diamond there, sneaking in at the beginning. AG, nice to see ya. That's not good, AG. What the hell is going on? Gut punches are never good. Oh. Let's see here. I'll grab that for you. I'd appreciate it. Alright, copy. There you go. Should get you there anyway, or get you close. So EG, what the hell's going on? You wanna share with the group or not so much? Just the usual. Yeah, the fun and excitement and wonder that is the shithole that we're in. I hear ya. Wow. I think my mic stand just decided to go kerplooey. Hold on. Talking into the top of it. I should be talking into the side of it. Yeah, I have gotten to the, you're where I was last week. And I'm not by any means at the point where I'm thinking anything's going to save us. Don't get me wrong. I've just gotten to the point where I figured I'm not going to let these sumbitches decide when and where. I will. Yeah, forgive me here while I make some racket. Assad, where you at? Keep your job to get the big stick, I'm guessing. There's a few folks in here that know exactly how you feel. But yeah, it's not exactly a, I don't know, fun and exciting time in our life, but like I said, what in the heck was that, a Friday, Monday? I don't remember off the top of my head, but I'm done looking for a way out. San Diego, ugh. Union sheet metal worker. Well, you got two things not going for you there, San Diego and Union. Not that there's, I don't know, I could take or leave unions, but sometimes they don't exactly have the your best interests at heart, let's put it that way. But yeah, no, I've gotten to the point where I'm not looking for a way out anymore or someone to come in and correct this. I'm just gonna start taking one step forward every day, and is what it is. Hold on just a second here, I gotta switch my mic. There we go. Not any better? How is the audio out there? Audio check 1 2. Check threads. My governor is bringing up a suit on. Wow. I just realized I have this nice hair going on under here. Oh. You guys will have to forgive me a little bit. I'm disheveled today. But yeah, my governor's bringing up a suit that says it's unconstitutional, so got that going for him. And you know what's funny is you don't hear anything about that anymore. His mandate. Hello, you're welcome. You got to stretch there, don't you? I was actually doing stuff today, so I'm all disheveled here. But geez, my beard's sticking up. Whew. Anyway. Yeah. So I'm just worried about taking steps forward, not steps out. I gave up. I can't say there's any hope for the big picture. So the only thing I can control is what's around me. So that's what I'm doing. You enjoyed my knots yesterday? Did you use a few, or which ones did you use? So yeah, I'm moving forward, not gonna try to keep myself out of that funk, if you know what I mean. And sounds like AG knows exactly what I mean. So today we are going to take a look at the cook set I put together with you remember last week we took last Wednesday we took a look at the Stanley 2-cup cook set. You're sorry? 4. I'm not. Yeah, we took a look at the Stanley 2-cup cook set for a whopping, it's like $13 and some odd cents. $13.29 is what I bought them for. And we're going to add a few things to that kit to make it worth its while. So we're going to go over that. And then we're going to build a few more of those slingshot kits. Get those built out. I currently have a big project going on right now. I'm attempting to build out, let's see. It's going to end up being a total of 4. Now, I wouldn't call them rucks. They're not anywhere close to as heavy as a rucksack, but 4 packs. Each pack will have a hammock, a rain fly, a pot set or a cooking set, and some way to cook. So it'll either be an isobutane stove, a wood burning stove like a trash stove, something along that lines, but all 4 kits will have the same basis in them. So at any given point, if one person loses part of their kit, whatever, we have backups. I also ordered some Wells Lamont leather gloves to go in each one of them. If you've ever been around a campfire, leather gloves are an important thing to have, so it'll be in each one of those kits. And then, of course, all of them have molly bags or molly straps on the outside, so what can't go in can always get strapped on. But we'll take a look at those once I get them fully built out. We'll go through them and I'll show you what I got in mind. And it's going to be one of those things of I'll show you mine if you show me yours kind of thing. But we'll take a look and kind of go from there and see what else you guys would want to put in there. But My wife's walking around here. Oh, I'm getting told don't you dare. So if you guys are wondering what I'm looking up at. But, so yeah, I think we'll get fired up on the kits a little bit. Or the one kit. And we'll kind of go from there. Like I said, we're going to do a little playing around tonight. Just kind of BSing and having a grand old time. Yeah. Well. Barely caught the dog collar. Well, we might tie another one up tonight. I don't know. We'll see. She may get a survival collar. She might get the jute twine and the whole 9 yards in. And I will do that, AG. But she even has a I even bought her a little mini pack. I figure if the dog's gonna live, the dog's going to pull her weight. So backpack weigh, the main pack that I'm carrying is about 45 pounds. The smaller packs are they're probably somewhere around 25 to 30, but not horrible. By the way, AG says everybody says hello, so hello, Miss Montana. But let's get flipped over to the desk view here, and we'll tear apart this little cook set first, and I'll give you a breakdown on the cost of everything in there, and then we'll kind of go from there. I don't know, do a little playing around tonight. I'm not too yeah, it's Friday night. I'm not too awful serious. We'll just have a grand old time talking. Yep, saddle pack. Yes, sir. Alright, can everybody hear me alright? I got the mic readjusted over and it's on stereo now, so you may pick up some background noise. We'll see. Anyway, so this, for those of you that weren't around, was the Stanley 2-cup cook set. I think it's called the Adventure cook set now. But, yeah. So straight out of the box, this is how it comes. Locking handle, little strainer lid. Hey, Mary P, how's it going? And 2 cups. So that's how it comes to start with. And I built mine out a little different. Few other things with it. So on the outside I put a large microfiber towel. Does 2 things. 1, it quiets everything down inside. 2, gives me a good drying cloth for when I get it all washed up. On the outside I make these little Velcro straps. You can buy this, I think it's 3/4 inch wide Velcro from Harbor Freight for a 35-foot roll for like $6, $7. It's not expensive. And what I do to make it a little easier is I downturn this little part right here so I know where my end is. I can kind of find it in the dark. It bumps up pretty good. I don't know if you can see that in the camera right there. Yeah, just kind of bumped up really good. So give you a spot to grab a hold. Get that undone. With the microfiber, I would recommend always putting it soft side in, otherwise you'll have a heck of a time getting The little Velcro strap off. So we have a pretty good sized, it's like 13 inches by, about 13 by 13 drying towel. Then inside, well, let's see, we'll go for the outside. On the outside, they sell these nice little Ozark Trail 18-ounce cups at Walmart. And they're like $4.97 up here. So, pretty cheap. Then these are a Swedish dish towel. Well, it's a Swedish company, dish towel. And they are cloth. They're kind of a compressed cloth. Almost like a sponge. When they get wet, they thicken up a little bit. But they have some texture to them, so they're good for scrubbing your pots and pans out. And these come in a pack of 6, I think, for, oh, they were like $4, and I just cut them down to fit just inside. So I wanted 2 of them. You can see how that one loops around. And this one is just barely going to fit inside that one to kind of complete it at the bottom there. And what that does is just stops the rattling between these two. And it's you can tell it's a tight fit going in. Mary P, you have these? All right. Well, there you go. You're a little ways there. So you got an 18-ounce cup, and then inside you can tell this one I've used a little bit. I got scratches and stuff on it. Inside we have another microfiber towel. This one's a little bit smaller. Good washcloth. Actually, a really good washcloth for you if you got to get dirt or dust or whatever out of your eyes. Nice and soft. And then one of these little buggers. Now this one's an E-Tech City, but I can tell you this much. This is a generic made isobutane stove. And I think I have found them right now for 3 of them for $25, so it works out to like $8 and 33 cents, 34 cents per unit. So I'll be ordering these up for all of my kits. And these are pretty simple. Flip your little valve handle out. It holds all these together. Spin those out. Now for the smaller cups, you can keep these folded in, or you can flip them out for a larger pot pan. And we'll hook it up to the gas so you guys can see this burn, but it's a pretty good little stove. I've used this one now for, this is going on 4 years, 5 years, and I haven't had a lick of problem with them. I even thought, with that big piezo igniter on there, the way that hangs out in the flame the whole time, I thought for sure that would be cooked off in like a year, but still holding pretty strong. Still got a pretty good spark to it. How well you can pick that up, you can't. So we got the stove, and we got the 2 cups, and a 27-ounce pot. So this is your entire cook set. So technically you got 2 pots you can cook in. Both of these are, you can put on the fire. 2 miniature bowls or 2 cups. Now, if a person wanted to, these smaller isobutane cans will fit barely down inside of there. So if you were going on your own, I would just pack 1 cup like that. And actually, I wonder if we went this way and put the cup over. No, doesn't fit better. So yeah, So you got your drying towel, wash towel, scrubbing pads, 2 cups or bowls. These are 10-ounce bowl, or well, cup and bowls. An 18-ounce pot. Now the cool part is the Stanley lid fits right on this one. And I mean, it fits pretty good. It's almost like it was made for it. So if you didn't want to dirty your big pot, it was just you can pull that out and go to town. Yeah, this, of course, this little stove just kind of threads on one of these cans. Fold it out. And away we go. And you can turn this down to a pretty good little simmer. But not a bad little stove for the money. I mean, you got to remember it is a $8 stove, so I wouldn't go. I mean, it's not an MSR pocket rocket by any means, so keep that in mind. So now, what do we got in cost? So we have, let's call it $13.50. $13.27 or whatever it is for the stainless. $13.50, $5 here. So we got $18.50. Another $8, and just for good measure, call it 50 cents on these. So now you're what, $18.50. Now we're $27. And if you have this stuff laying around the house, I mean, the rags and stuff, you can just pick that up. So yeah, for $26, you got a pretty good little micro cooking set. Like I said, I'm gonna put another 3 of these together. They'll all be in the packs. They don't weigh, you know, it's not super heavy. It's a couple of pounds, and I know, you know, ounces equals pounds and pounds equals suck, but it's okay. Sometimes we have to sacrifice, right? So yeah, I just tip that in sideways there. Fold this rag like so. Stuff it in around to kind of keep that quiet. And there's still a lot of room in this thing. I mean, you can go around the edges with stuff. I would recommend maybe some heavy tin foil and put that in so you can kind of block the wind if you needed to. Yeah. Let's take this. And I mean, an 18-ounce cup, this thing, you can cook quite a bit of food in 18 ounces. You'd be surprised if you're just cooking for yourself or cooking on the go. Don't know why you'd ever be on the go, right? We'll put the lid on, bring this over, tighten this down so it cannot open itself up, nothing falls out. And you can tell that's a pretty tight set. And we just take our drying towel, throw it over the top, even it up the best you can. Doesn't have to be pretty, right? You're just throwing it in a pack. And then we want to make sure this is good and tight. Keep that from slipping anywhere. And there's your set. Like I said, it's pretty quiet. Gonna rattle a little bit if you get running, but not too bad. Now let's see here. I mentioned that we were gonna start making a few more slingshot kits, so let's start there. Get all the tools laid out here that we're gonna need. There's the rotary cutter. Let's see here. You guys want to see it out of the soft leather, or do you want to show you how to do it out of the little bit harder, thicker stuff here? This is a little less flexible, that's for sure. And it's almost slippery. I don't know. I don't love that. We're gonna make some bulk ones here, I think. Really get after it. Just trying to basically lay out how I want to cut these out of here. I think we're gonna cut this way, and then when we get over here, we're gonna turn, take them this way, and as it gets wider, we'll pull them back out again. Yeah. Now, I don't shoot a huge BB, I only shoot 3/8 inch. I'm just going to cut a few of these up. Don't have to be super accurate. We're going to take and trim them and all that kind of fun stuff. It's okay to be a little too wide. I don't want to be a little too narrow. I try to keep them at 3/4 of an inch or wider. Tell you what I wanted to try. Yeah, the softer leather. That's what I was thinking. What I want to try is tying one strap up with some of the thinner. Oh, I think it's called 3. It's like 303, or it's a lighter paracord. Instead of having a pouch at the back. And use it almost like a bowstring. But I haven't quite laid that all out in my head yet, how I'm going to do it. We're getting a little thinner there than I want to be, but might get one more out of it. And I'm gonna make a few of these just for spares, so in case you split a pouch or something like that when you're out there, you got a backup. Yeah, I think I can get one more out of there. Yeah, there we go. Now we'll go this way. Ooh, that's almost a little too short. We'll try it. Oh, I do a little more than just Altoid packs. But we are going to be putting some packs together for the slingshots, actually, when we get done making these here. So, now, I need my scissors. And where in the heck those ended up is a darn good question. Hold on. Exercise band. All right. Oh. So, we're just going to round these edges a little bit. Something like that. Remember, these are homemade, so they're not, you don't have to be perfect with them. Mind you, anything worth doing is worth doing good. I'm not saying get sloppy, but and like I said, I buy this. Oh, this leather, I just look at some of my farm and ranch stores and over in the tack and saddle section. And a lot of times there's offcuts and leftovers, and I just grab them as I see them. Heck, this pack I actually got some pretty good leather. There's some in there that I'm gonna save, and we'll be making a hatchet head cover here. And I'm gonna show you, I bought an Ozark Trail cheapy hatchet. I'm gonna show you how to put a good edge on it and make it something you would actually want to carry. Because the steel's actually decent on them, and I'm not a fan of super hardened steel anyway. I know some guys out there, oh god, you know, edge retention is everything. Oh, we gotta worry about edge retention. Here's the thing with edge retention. It's fine if you don't know how to sharpen. I mean, but I look at it this way: as hard as that steel is, it's that much harder for me to put an edge back on once it finally does lose its edge. So if I have a knife that's a little bit softer steel, I know to not really abuse it, but I also know I can put an edge back on it if I need to. Let me tell you, that's one skill I have not forgotten after being in the meat department and going to school to be a butcher. One thing they teach you is how to sharpen knives, because you're going to do it a lot. And I hate some of the butcher shops I went to. You'd go in and there'd be guys with, a decent Victorinox knife for boning, and they'd stuff that thing in an electric grinder, electric sharpener, and yeah, and there went that knife. They don't realize when you heat that blade up, it takes the temper out of it, and then all it does is just get duller and duller every time you sharpen it. Gets softer, I guess, and dulls easier. Anyway, how's everybody doing out there? Are they all asleep yet? Are you guys just watching what I'm doing here? AG still with me. Grout's in his wheelchair. This one's gonna end up kind of thin, but I had to straighten it out. Yeah, I hear you, bud. That's alright, you can just sit back and watch a fellow redneck make slingshots. Hey, Uncle Krusty. Good to see you. Ooh, that's a short little bugger. There, I kind of tried to sort them by size a little bit. Some longer pouches, mid-size, a little shorter. Now we'll commence to punching holes. Once I get the straps off my desk here. All right. So the first one I'm going to run is, if you buy one of these, you got 6 different settings on here. The smallest is okay. I think I'm going to go up one size for these. So one size up from the smallest hole. And then what I do is I take these pouches, fold them in half, kind of line them up the best I can. That way I know that those holes are straight across from each other. Fold them in half like so. And then a little ways in from the end, so it's got some meat to hold on to when you put the bands on. About 1/8 of an inch in from the edge. Right in the center, and we're going to squeeze. I give it a little twist. And it always leaves the bottom one, so pluck that plug out of there. And now we got our sides done, okay? For our band holes. So we're going to punch all those, then we're going to change up the sizing on there for our center hole. Uncle Krusty, thank you for the diamond, sir. I don't know, can you guys see that hole very well? Just a small hole in there. Just enough to get the bands through. And you can pick these leather punches up for pretty inexpensive. You don't want to go too cheap, because then they have this tendency to dull up on you. Well, AG, thank you for the ice cream, sir. If you guys got any questions, go ahead and ask. You got chat open in 3 spots, so I should see your comments tonight. We're gonna hear some toys falling in 3, 2, maybe not. One. There you go. The boy's Play-Doh kit just took a tumble out of his toy box. He didn't have it all the way in there. I have. I've looked at adding eyelets to the holes. The only thing I'm really concerned about with the eyelets is the, you know, where you get the fold over and the crimp. You got to make sure that you're not crimping it too hard because you'll cut the leather. And then take the strength out of it. But I have thought about it. The other thing I don't like is the idea of that eyelet coming around and smacking me in the hand. Alright, so now that we got our band holes punched, we're going to switch this over to the largest hole setting, which, to be honest with you, is a pain in the butt on this softer leather. And then what I do is put a good crease mark, you know, so I can grab the leather and kind of fold it as tight as I can, so I can see the center. I don't know if you guys can, that kind of discolor mark right there. And then we punch a hole as close to in line as we can get with these band holes. Something like so. Alright. Now if you want, I take the smallest punch and take a little bit of a bite out of the side there. And of course it didn't cut all the way through. There we go. Like that. And the same thing on this side. A little bite. To where you end up with something that looks like that in the center. And what that'll do is when you're pulling that BB or stretching that BB back, it'll center it in your pouch. Gives it a little bit of an opening to kind of fall into. So, we're gonna go back to our largest hole, which is that one. And we're just gonna fold these pouches. The softer leather is just more fibrous, I guess, would be the way to say it. Kind of fuzzes out more instead of getting a good clean cut. When you got some heavier leather like this, I mean, Takes a lot more pressure, but you get a nice clean hole. The softer stuff is a little more tedious to work with, but not bad. Now the other way you can build these pouches, if you don't like having the hole in the back, a lot of guys will put a hole right in front of that crease. It kind of gives the BB a spot to sit on both sides, but I like having that leather for me to kind of grip when I'm drawing back. Nice pop noise, like it cut all the way through and still didn't, so. Sorry about that, I had to go radio silent for a second. Here we go again. It's another 10 viewer night, looks like. I don't know what I did to tick off DLive, but doesn't appear I can get over that 10. But, you know what? It's the best 10 people in here right now. Right? I just wanted to kind of do this live, so show you guys how quickly it really can go. We're an hour into this, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, a dozen pouches made. Oh, AG, I'd put you up there in that list. Local Scout chapter. Yeah. We'll all be Beagle Scouts. All right. So like I said, we got the center pouch or holes. You can stop there, or you can make those little cuts. I like the little dimples on the outside, so I think we're gonna cut those in. And it doesn't take too long. Leather jerky? Well, maybe. If you wanted to chew on it. I don't know with the tanning solution if you don't want to do that too. Too awfully long though. That would be one way to ramp up your sales in the local area, wouldn't it? My luck, I'd end up in a lawsuit in this day and age. Oh, didn't get that one close enough to the edge there. It is now. Oh. So what else is going on out in the world today? What did I miss? Thinking about putting another wood stove in out in the living room here. I just don't know if Congress said some words, yeah. They're good at that. That's about all they're good at. They say words. Yeah. Yeah, or punch an extra hole in the belt. Punching extra holes in a gunsling. This little bugger does come in handy. Alright. Our pouches are done. Just gonna clean up the mess here a little bit, so I don't end up with it all over my floor. Wipe the dust off so it doesn't stick to our bands. Yoga Pants, good to see you. By the way, Mighty Torque, good to see you. And Smoky Randy. Alright. Next, we're going to cut some bands. And I got some new band material. Again, this is just exercise bands that I buy at Walmart. Fairly inexpensive. Well, they're not inexpensive if you're buying them for the bands, but they are pretty inexpensive if you're buying them for this. And I got about a 30-inch draw. So I think I'm going to cut these at 5 inches. I think. Well, this thing's kind of big for this, but yeah, so we got seven. It should be 5 inches, right? Figuring that right? Yeah. Yeah, done pretty good. Whoop. The band's a little longer. We got a 5-inch band material. And I know that doesn't seem like much, but trust me, it's got a pretty good stretch on it. I mean, Well, we'll cut some 6-inch too, just to have on hand. We're gonna cut a bunch of these tonight because, like I said, we're building out kits. So now each one of my packs, no matter what pack we grab, it's pretty much the same equipment in it. Straighten out. High right, damn it. Well, Black Mamba, thanks for the follow. And I don't know how many of you folks have shot a flat band slingshot, but they are considerably faster than surgical tubing. You guys completely wore out yet? I'm going to save this offcut because it's only a little over 4 inches long. We're going to save that for our strapping material to tie on our bands. Now, I usually cut my bands at, well, here, we'll go up here so you guys can see. I usually cut mine with a 1/4 inch taper. So 1 inch down to 3/4. You can go 1 to 1/2 if you want. It's up to you. Just, you know, take it out, shoot it, see what you think. If you don't like it, redo it. This stuff is cheap enough. We're gonna set one on the 3/4 line, one on the 1 inch. I need to move down just a titch here. Give me some more room. Like so. Now, this next band I would cut straight across. what that's going to do is square your material up as you go. That way you don't burn any more material than you have to. And we should have identical bands. So there's one set of bands. Now this one we're going to do our taper on, 1 inch to 3/4 of an inch. And then we'll go 3/4 of an inch and straight across. Two sets of bands. Ooh. Boy, it's gonna be close. Don't know if I'll get 2 out of this one. Yep, so we're gonna save this for strapping material. It's close. It's about 3/4 of an inch down to a 1/2 an inch, which would be a good youth band. The wider the band, the stronger it is, the more stretch you have. So, we'll set that scrap pile. Along with that one, we'll go on to our next one. Again, 1 inch down to 3/4. Getting out our rubber a little bit here. You can see it doesn't take an awful long time to end up with a lot of bands. I mean, heck, we've already got 3 sets made and going on our 4th here. And we're just going to keep cutting until we're out of material here. 3/4 of an inch to 1 inch, push down, cut. Up here to your 3/4 inch dots, cut. Let's see now, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 sets of bands so far, and we're not even halfway through that exercise band. How long will these bands last? Quite a few shots. I would say, depending on the weather conditions, you know, because it's colder outside, they're gonna last a little less time. You know, you could probably get 60 shots out of a set of bands before I would worry about changing them out. And you'll notice they'll start to fray a little bit, or they'll give you some sort of sign that they're going to fail before they just snap on you. You watched a guy make you a wallet a year ago? Well, I probably won't make you a wallet. Yeah, the scrap piece left over. Now, as far as these scrap pieces go, the ones I keep throwing up here, these are going to be about the same size also. So if you want to make a youth slingshot, like I said, they're good for a youth slingshot. You know, get the kids out practicing, get them doing some fun stuff. Some of the stuff they don't teach anymore, you know, God forbid. But then again, it was never their job to teach them everything, right? Luca. Up, thinks she hears something. Hope you guys don't mind while I'm just sitting here playing. Might be learning something off it, I guess. That'd be good. What the heck happened there? That one damn near looks square. Oh, it's tapered. Got a bend to it. And there's our scrap. Yeah, it doesn't take long to get a lot of sets of bands. I mean, heck, we're hour and a half into the show, and I spent some of that time yapping. Get all done with this, we're going to cut some bindings out of the scrap there. So we have them in our kit. Ready to go. So we're not fumbling around with ways to tie our bands on when we're out there. Oh my gosh. No scrap on that one. Don't move the band. The taper's there just to help you go into the pouch. Well, here, I can show you. Here's one that we tied up last go around. But see, with that taper, it kind of helps you when you're coming into the pouch here because it flattens out a little bit. Yeah. I can tell you one thing. I took this bugger out. It'll make a mule deer buck run. Don't need them damn things in my yard real bad. I'm right with the does hanging around, but the bucks, they get a little ornery. Tear shit up. Best to just get them out of here. That one's like a 1-inch man. That needs to get. Yeah. What the heck happened there? 1 3/4. Okay. And we're just going to work on all this band material. Get it all cut up at once. Because we might not have the pleasures of sitting at a desk and doing this soon. So I'd much rather have them cut and ready to go beforehand. If you catch my drift. let me tell you, if you're trying to be quiet, but you're trying to put food on the table, hard to beat a slingshot. You don't want to see the labor, you just want to see the baby. Well, there you go. Here's what you're aiming for. I think we got enough bands here. We can get rid of, well, no, you know what we're gonna do? We gotta cut that, those bindings like I was talking about. Now these I just cut thin strips, not really that important as far as sizing wise. I want them straight, but I'm not necessarily caring about accuracy. And these are what you're going to use to tie your bands on. But you can tell I've been shooting this one a little bit. You can see down in there, there's some cordage wrapped around, and then right here at the pouch, it's wrapped around. Once you get a stretch on it and it grabs a hold, it pretty well keeps it. I'm just gonna cut this up until there ain't any left. Well, that one got a little wonky on me. Wonky, high-tech term there, huh? Girl. But yeah. She's the dangest dog. She'll hold out eating and drinking till the very last end of the night, and then she fonders herself because I don't know if she thinks she's not going to get any more or what her deal is, but she's a strange one, but she's a pound puppy, so. She's got her trust issues. All I'm doing here is just looking at the shadow that it's making on the material. I don't know if you can see it very well. And just kind of guesstimating. Because it looks awfully thin, but when you stretch this stuff out to start tying, it gets really... well, I guess I should say it looks awful thick. When you stretch it out to start tying, it gets awfully thin. You want to cut it about 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, I've had them go both ways. I've had rescue dogs that were really good, and rescue dogs that were, you know, like this one. Little trust issues, but we worked through them. She showed her teeth the other day at me, and she about got them knocked down her throat, so she decided that was a bad idea. I ain't much of an alpha, but sometimes you gotta know your place. You guys hear me all right when I'm talking, or do I need to speak up a little bit? All right. I think that's enough tie material for now. Sounds fine. Okay. Good. All right. We're gonna get rid of our scrap. Save that for a rainy day. 5x5. Oh, just put that back here. I'm gonna get this off of here. I ain't saying that. And we'll get our bands down. Now, of course, if you look at these dots on here, they're the strength of the bands. I shoot a hit the heaviest they have, which is the second to last. You can go lighter if you'd like. Just depends on what your pull strength is, just like a bow. Alright. We're going to take our little tin here, and we are going to find I think we'll go with what? 3 sets of bands just to be safe. That'll last you for quite a while. Hopefully until you can get a firearm in your hand. And we're just going to tuck these in this little tin. Kind of give them a little nudge to get worked out of the edge there. And then, you know what, we'll take 2 pouches, because the pouches usually don't wear out. Put those in. What do we got there? It looks like 6 tying material, and you'd be surprised how far this goes. You know, it doesn't look like much, but you start stretching that out. I mean, you get a good 2.5, 3 feet off of one strand. So. Trying to get these all straightened out here. We'll get them laid in there just randomly. What did we do? With our slingshot ammo. Well, I know I had to shoot at a buck earlier. I may have misplaced it. Oh. Give me just a second. Oh. So these are 3/8 inch steel shot BBs, ball bearings basically. And I don't know, we're gonna put 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll put 15 in each one. You know what? We're gonna put 20 in, just to be on the safe side. Now, if you're good, you can watch where your BB goes if you miss, and gather it back up. All right. So we got what? 3 sets of bands, 2 pouches, some tying material, and 20 BBs in a cute little can that is 2 inches by, I think it was 1 inch. It's like 7/8 of an inch. Alright. Then what I do is take a little electrical tape, because who couldn't use electrical tape out in the wild? And I ring the can with it, trying to make sure I get a good seal. Keeps the moisture out. And I'll put 3 or 4 wraps on here, not that it's needed. It's just, like I said, another way to keep some tape around. So now all you need is a knife and a Y branch, and you got yourself a slingshot kit that's going to last you quite a while. And let me tell you, you get hungry enough, you'll get good with a slingshot. Well, you get hungry enough and you don't want to get seen or heard. There's 3 wraps, that's probably plenty. I'll cut a nice smooth edge there. Push it down tight. And there you go. So we'll make up a few of these tonight. For my packs, and then we'll switch over and maybe do some paracord stuff. I don't know. Haven't decided quite yet. What do we got for time here? We are 8:48, so we got a little bit of time left here. About another hour. Won't take long to pack these up. After I get all the crap out of the way here. Got the fishing box out. Building fishing kits. For those of you that missed out on that, you might want to go back and watch the replay before it's gone, or catch it on YouTube. Oh, and I buy these little cans at the dollar store. Gator Great, good to see you. Let's see. We need, let's see, 5 packs, so we might run out of slingshot ammo before we get done here. Let's see here, we got 1, 2, 3 sets of bands. Yeah, unfortunately the last couple folks might be shooting rocks. Oh, I got more slingshot ammo around here somewhere. Oh, I'm doing all right. Ever since I had an epiphany that there's no way out, there's only a way forward. Once I got to that point, I felt a little better. Yeah, you should probably spray paint your ammo if you're planning on being able to track it down a little easier, like a fluorescent orange or a hot pink or something like that. Or just don't miss. Then you can either gather it back when you process the animal or pick it up right next to them because it whacked their head and didn't go all the way in. Got 5, we need 1 more. These are like trying to wrestle a spaghetti noodle. I'll just tuck them down on the bottom there. One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We're gonna do 15. Try to stretch the ammo as far as we can. One guy's gonna get 5 extra. Yeah, and keep in mind if you come across marbles or even smooth, oh, like river rock or something like that, these will shoot just fine. What's up? All right. And again, these are just going in all of my go bags. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, I'll have firearms with me, but sometimes you just want to be a little quieter than a firearm. You know what I mean? They are fun. A little more challenging, that's for sure. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 13, 14, 15. Well, and I guess I still have that one we made up the other night too, didn't I? That one has snare wire in it too. Yeah. Bunch of old men to act like kids pass out slingshots. Yep. Well, I just figured if they're not labeled, people have a tendency to pass by them, not even think about them. But you know, these tins are soft enough. I'll bet you. I bet you a guy could, oh yeah. Myself, I would just scratch a little H in the back. So I know the difference between my hunting and my fishing tin. Let's see, we probably got enough for... Oh yeah, we got enough for one more kit. And then we got extra bands and everything cut already. So once we get some more ammo, we can keep building out kits. Oh, I lost a hold of it. I need to back out and start over. Oh, just slingshot kits. Something to have in the pack. Just in case, you know. In case you gotta get some food and don't feel like firing off a rifle. Letting everybody know where you're at. Get rid of one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, just some. Basically, all the hardware and the ammo for a slingshot is what we're putting together tonight. And this guy's gonna get a few extra rounds. There was like 20 left. That way you can be ready out in the woods to make something like this. Yeah, pretty. Nice white wood. That took me about, I don't know, actually, let's take this apart so you can see. See how well those buggers hold on. They so you can see how it's carved there. Let's turn this light down a little bit so it ain't blowing you out so bad. Yeah, now I got another small plastic container. Oh, and this one's got belt loops on it. Yeah. Carve yourself up something like this. Hold it in your hand before you cut these in to see which way you want to, shoot it. Because once you make those divots in, There's no turning back. And then I take the saw out of my Leatherman, saw down, oh, I don't know, that's probably 1/8 of an inch deep. Take your knife and 45 the edges so the bands don't tear. Smooth the tops up, smooth the backs up, so as the band comes over, it's not hitting a sharp spot. Yeah, like I said, tiny rocks or small rocks. Yeah. Now I gotta get these off here and read it now. You can see how well them little buggers grip once you get them tied on. Kind of a pain. There we go. But yeah, so that whole thing was tied on with that long of a thin strip. When you look at what I'm putting in there, it's about twice as long. So there's a good chance you'll get her tied on a few times. You can mess up a few of them. I always, when I'm packing a kit, I always try to take Murphy into perspective. Because Murphy can be an asshole. Yeah. So now you can kind of see there's the pouch tied on. Your strap's coming over. And then just lay those on like so. Hold it with your thumb. Twist until you get that indention. And then just a simple underhand knot. And away you go. You're all done. And everybody knows it's my wife and my son and I, so why in the heck would a guy pack 4 packs? Well, I look at it this way. Eventually, a buddy is going to wake up and show up at your house when shite is hitting the fan. Oh, I have a small one for the dog too. But I figure if I can get him a decent build out, I can start building my community that I need a little faster. One more set of eyes out. One more head on a swivel. The dog's pretty much going to ruck the stuff that she needs, so I'm not having to. But I do have a pack for the dog. So there we go. We got 4 kits built. A little bit of time spent. And we still have enough for, oh geez, quite a few kits in here. These will all get wrapped up and put in the main pack. So that way we got extras, but there you go. Now, do you guys want to hang out for a little paracord fun, or do we want to call her good for the night and go from there? I will leave it up to you. I'm game for either way, so. Uncle Krusty says, yes, Sergeant Bob, good to see you. So what do you guys want to tie up tonight? What are you thinking? What do you feel like? Gotta hurry though, because I only got an hour to do it in here. Well, actually, we went over a cooking kit earlier. Where were you there, Smoking Randy? Want me to tie up a Korean tiger? So technically we did do a cooking. No, I could cook a brisket for you, but I don't know if it'd do you any good. I'd be here. The brisket would be here. I guess I could eat it like that pot roast in front of you and tell you how good it is. You want to go through that again? Yeah, 13 hours later. Yeah, we could. I could shoot a video and then, cut clips for you, so you're not having to sit there through the whole 13 hours of smoking a brisket. But plus, I'm from up north. I didn't think I knew anything about smoking nothing. What are you guys feeling like? Quick bracelet? Want to work on them. Does everybody understand how to tie a bowline yet? Did you go back and watch the video? It's such an important knot to know. The slip cord. You gotta help me out. Are you talking about the one that you said we might need to use later on? Oh, the rescue line. Okay. I'll see if I can. Let's see here. Trying to see if I got some. All right. And AG, you're gonna have to help me out again. What was this called again? I know how to tie it, I just don't know the name. Well, hell, I guess we don't need to untie those. So, you want to tie yourself a couple of loops, keep them in your pack, like so. Or a little longer if you want, so you got a good purchase on them, good handhold. And then the prusik knot, there you go. Actually, let's see, hold on a second. Oops. Keyboard down. Gotta make sure not to push the wrong button. This is a little closer to a rescue rope that somebody would chuck down at you. this one's just a cheap version of a good rope. Give me just a second, I gotta dress this up a little bit. Holy. With this cheaper diamond braid stuff, I usually put a little bit of tape on the end. Yeah. Bring it down to where it's not gonna fray out on me. Alright, so somebody throws you down a rope like so, right? What you want to do is you can do this and it acts a little bit like a slip knot, you know, it'll bite, but not very secure. Now a prusik knot, you're gonna do this again, and you want to clean these up. See how that looks? And you can see, I mean, if you really wanted to, if you had a long enough piece, you can come around a third time. Tighten this all up. Now the cool part is, once that knot's on there, you can see it doesn't slip. All you gotta do is put your hand right here. Slides real easy. Come back to it, doesn't slip. So every time you're stepping or you're pulling up on it to get yourself some leverage, you can get yourself up, slide up the rope, grab again, lift yourself up. Same thing with, let's say you've tied a ridge line for your tarp, and you find the center of your tarp, put your eyelet in. What I would suggest is use a toggle, which is basically just a stick. So you'd push this through, put a stick through, holds on, and you can adjust your tarp, your rain fly or whatever, till it's nice and snug and keeps tension. But it's adjustable, you know, slides anywhere you need it in the rope, bites tight. And coming off really easy. Is good enough. What? 18 inches. I'm confused here. Is good enough to extend 3 50-foot ropes together. I was gonna say I would do a fisherman's knot if I was gonna extend rope. Yeah, if I was to tie 3 ropes together, I got a little bit of black left here. I would do let's see if I can shouldn't have picked black on black here. But if you tie a just a simple knot, like so. And then do the same thing over the paracord here. Which this rope is not good for this. But we'll try here. Ooh. Ugh. Get that mashed up through there. Come on now. And not like that. And then those two slide together. It's really not coming apart. Oh, and to get it back apart is a Bearcat. Ugh. There we go. Whew. Whew. I would really recommend getting yourself a FID. Just makes life a lot easier. So there you go. You guys remember the bowline? We're gonna go over that again just because I still think that's the most important knot out there. Make yourself a 6. There's the number 6. Go out of the hole, around the tree, back out of the hole, or back in the hole. Pull tight. Well, if someone's over a, I don't know, if someone's over a cliff face, I would still take the time to tie a good knot. The last thing you want to be is that person that tied a bad knot and they trusted it halfway up. That's such a good knot to learn right there. And the nice part is, like I said, it doesn't matter how much pressure you put on that loop. It'll come undone every time. Make your 6. The rabbit goes out the hole, around the tree, back down the hole, grab it on, pull tight. And I mean, you can put a lot of pressure. You saw how that knife, well, you can't really see very well with this black. But it just comes apart really easy. Let's get a different color here. How about a little blaze orange for the type of climate we're in here? Coming on hunting season, so. Make your 6. Make sure that you're going over the top, not underneath, like this, or it won't work. Over the top, down the hole, around the tree, back up the hole, pull everything tight. Uh-oh. See, now I messed up. My rabbit didn't go the right direction. That time we got it right. Just a little switch to untie it on the back. Pull down. All done. I'm gonna just keep doing this. And I'll sit here and practice this knot over and over and over again, because it is probably one of the most important knots out there. Yeah, Uncle Krusty, you'll be surprised once you tie this. You know, because so many guys do this. When you do a knot like that, here, let's, I know this is going to sound funny, but we're going to turn the brightness up so it hopefully stops blowing out the camera. But you do a knot like this, as soon as you tighten that bugger down, you're going to fight to get that undone. Oh yeah, I think I still have it on my YouTube account. But we're probably gonna get outside and start doing some of those. I'll shoot some videos for you guys. A timber hitch, okay. Timber hitch is actually a really easy knot. You're talking about the one that kind of be able to drag. Drag a log. Basically, you get to here and you just start wrapping inside, making sure it stays flat. Wrap until your little heart's content, and then as it pulls up tight, paracord isn't the best for, well, and I have no bark on this. Yeah, need one more loop there. Yeah, it's basically just a bunch of turns like that. And then as you start to pull, well, if you started to pull and it had bark on it, it would bite in. Yeah. That one's pretty simple. Oh yeah, all those knots take practice. I had an old boy that used to be able to, well, he was an old Navy man that I knew, but he could tie a damn bowline one-handed, and I still am not there by any means. Yeah, the nice part about a bowline is it's flat on the other side. And you guys know what I mean? When you look at that knot, see how everything's on this side? And you're nice and smooth on this side? So like I was talking the other day, a makeshift halter is pretty easy with a bowline. Around the muzzle, around the back of the head. If you really gotta. Trucker's hitch. That's another good one to know. And I do my trucker's hitch a little different. So when your line's taut, you grab, turn, grab, and as you're around your material, right, and you're wanting to cinch down, I go one more turn inside here. That way it acts almost like a pulley, but it'll flip. The knot will actually lock once it gets tight. So then you're not sitting there trying to hold on to it and do a half hitch, you know, to get it stopped. It'll actually bite down on itself, and then you just pop it loose and it loosens up. But yeah, you can damn near pull a trailer together with a trucker's hitch. I mean, you think about that, if you do a bowline on one side and a trucker hitch in the other, you don't wreck any of your line. You can get your knots out. You know, if it's a knot I don't want to come out, like one of these, I don't want that ever to come out. That's my eyelets. Or one like this, where, I mean, it can come out, but it's going to take some work. But yeah, if you get really good with a rope, you honestly forget all about ratchet straps and all that kind of crap. I can bind almost as hard with a trucker's hitch as you can with a ratchet strap. I mean, you can only pull so hard on a trailer. Yeah, I'll have to, Mighty Tort, I'll have to check and see. I think I have a copy of that video somewhere. Yeah, timber hitch works a lot better with a heavier rope too. You're not going to be pulling, well, I guess you could. You can try to pull stuff out with paracord, but that's going to chew your hands alive. But what other ones are out there? Let's see. Oh, tripod lashing? Yeah, but that I would switch to my bank line for. For those of you guys that don't know, tarred bank line. I would much rather use this over paracord for lashing, because as you tighten it, it almost glues itself together with having that tar in it. And it's way cheaper. You don't burn your paracord up. I see I cut the end of this and never burnt it. Just stop the fray. What containers am I using for cordage? These are French vanilla coffee flavoring that my wife used to buy. And all I do, or all I did, is burn a little, just a small enough hole where it slides through the top of the lid. Peel that cordage off, put it in there. I very rarely ever have it knot up on me. And when you burn the end, it doesn't fall back in. See how that's right at the end there, and you just flick it with your nail and pull it out. Yeah, these work really well. And with that clear bottle, it, there's no guessing what color's in there. Because sometimes you get the more opaque bottles, or like a milk jug color, which is fine for orange and green and stuff like that. But when you get into like a white and a silver, you ain't gonna see the difference. So yeah, you could do the same thing with a smooth-sided 2-liter bottle. Rinse it out, wash it out good, put them in there. Yeah, you can see how much you got left. Like the black, that's why I've been messing with that. I know I don't have much left. And when you pull out too much, it's pretty easy to put it back in there. You just pull it back through, slide it in. There you go. Yeah. What other questions you guys got? And if you have any questions on the paracord stuff that I use, head over to my website. It's montanafree.net. And there's actually a paracord section on there of the stuff that I've purchased and what I use. And actually, the paracord fad is kind of gone by the wayside. There's less and less people doing it, so the stuff is getting a little more reasonable in price. Yeah, no problem, Mary. So, I guess we're not going to tie up a bracelet tonight. We ran a little long on time, but we'll do a little Q&A here at the end if you guys want. If you got any questions or got any announcements or anything to talk to folks about, get the mic back over here. All right, Smokey, what's your question? I know I'm going to dread asking that. Oh yeah, there's a lot of lashings that work well. Well, since a woodchuck can't chuck wood, I don't know how much wood a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Because technically they can't. So I guess the answer is 0. But if they could chuck wood, I don't know. Smart ass. You guys got any questions on the cook set that we went over? Whilst we have a little time here. Well, thank you, Smokey. Yeah, we got a little time left, so you guys got it. Any questions? Now's the time. And if you guys are wondering why I'm going over like the products and the, I'm sure you guys are getting annoyed with hearing about you like the cook set? Well, you got to build it on your own. But hate or great or good to see you. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, like I said, that cook set, you're sub $30, and I don't know, for a one-man band, it's plenty, between the cups and the extra cup and yeah. Well, and I do like how the Stanley cook set lid fits right on the Ozark Trail cup. And by the way, if you guys are looking for those Ozark Trail cups, if you see them in stores, grab them. Of course, they're Walmart, so ugh. But I have had a hell of a time finding more of them. You can order them on their website, and that's probably what I'll end up doing, because I cannot find them in my store. Oh yeah. I make two forms. I do chopped and formed, which for most of you out there, you're probably... the jerky that you buy in the store is pretty much chopped and formed. And then I do whole muscle also. And sometimes I use the smoker, sometimes I use liquid smoke in the dehydrator. But yeah, a lot of times I'll use chopped and formed and do the dehydrator. When I'm lazy and it's cold outside. You guys want to make a little jerky this year if we get a deer? Well, I guess it's not really an if. It's not too hard to get a deer around here. Hell, I got them in my backyard. I could poach one and we could do it here shortly. Just don't tell the game warden. What brand of dehydrator do I have? Oh, good lord. It's been so damn long since I bought that. Mary, let me look. Hold on. Just for you. I want to say it's like an Excalibur, if I remember correctly, but let me make sure. Yeah, it's in the tropics. Yeah, I have an Excalibur 9 tray, it's called. And I like that one just because the temperature control on it's much better. But mind you, it's not an inexpensive dehydrator. I think the one that I have is like a 26-hour with the auto shut off, and it's like I don't know, $320. Yeah, it's Excalibur is the brand. I can put a link for it if you want. Oh, hold on. Well, maybe I can. An iPad, I bought mine all the way back in 2014, and it's going strong. There you go. There's the link to the one I have, Mary. And I'll tell you what, powdering up, like drying garlic to the point where you can actually make garlic powder, it'll do it. Your whole house smells like an Italian restaurant, but it'll do it. Amethyst cat, you have one too? Yeah, you know, Mighty Tort, I had a lot of the cheaper ones. I would spend the money on it. I don't have a promo code for that. That's just literally the one I use, so I'm not affiliated with them. You can head over to Harvest Right though through my through my website, and that'll help you out a little bit. If you feel like dropping a chunk of change on a freeze dryer, yeah, no, it's an awesome dehydrator. And there's some things that I like dehydrated, and there's, a lot of things I like freeze dried now, but yeah. Yeah, Smokey, I'm not too far from the Canadian border. Well, Amethyst, if you're going to go with a freeze dryer, if you're going to do a Harvest Right, go to my website. And, yeah. I tell you what, we have the Harvest Right medium. Well, I don't personally. A friend of mine does. That we use. He bought the freeze dryer. I buy all the food in the bags. And just fair enough deal, I thought. And it's just different. I'll say that. It's different. But yeah, if you have allergy issues, if you're doing a lot of food production on your own, I would definitely look into the Excalibur food dryer. It's just, I don't know how to explain it. Like I said, I know they're expensive. But I've had the Amco ones. I've had a Great Harvest, I think, was another one. And they worked all right. One thing I didn't like is the idea of the round trays. Hated that. God awful for making jerky, especially if you're doing chopped and farmed. And the second thing was I just didn't like the heat control. Well, but if it's anything like my boy, he's got allergies upon allergies, and he's, yeah, I know what you're saying. Hell, I haven't had peanut butter in I don't know how long. Yeah, the round trays waste a lot of space. That's why. If you're going to be looking for a dehydrator, I would at least look for something that has the square trays. $5,000 Australian dollars. What's that equate to in US? It's $50 US. Yeah, actually, I use my Amethyst. I use mine to proof bread too. So, like when I'm making bread and I'm wanting to hurry along the rise time, I'll throw it in there with a wet towel over it. Turn it on like 100 and I'm trying to remember. I think it goes to like 110. Turn it on that and just let it rise slowly, and about half the time it takes for it to rise out on the counter. $3,650. That's the cheapest one you can find. Wow. Shipping must be killing you. Yeah, Harvest Right, I think. Oh, right now for I don't know, the cheapest one? Let's see, home freeze dryer. I want to say it was like $2,300 here. Let me look. Hold on. Yeah, the smallest one with the standard oil pump is $2,195. Yeah, lowest price. Least expensive. But to be honest with you, if I was gonna do it, I would at least go with the medium-sized, if not the large. Yeah. Put a freeze dryer down in your basement or something like that and just let it run. Make sure, that's one thing we've had to start doing, is make sure that thing's running every day. I mean, we run a batch unthawed, run a batch unthawed. The medium is $26.95. And then of course you can go with the large, which is, so the medium will handle 7 to 10 pounds of food, is what it equates to. The large will handle 12 to 16, so almost double. And it's $33.95. Well, how about garages there, Smokey? You can put it out in the garage and let it run. I thought you guys had like a whole city that was underground, though, somewhere. Where in the hell was that? It's in Australia somewhere. Like, houses are underground. Yeah, if it's just you can get away with the medium. Cooper Petty, there you go. Yeah. Amethyst, head over to my website and you can go in there and just use the there's a section in there that's harvest rate freeze dryers that I'm working with. Head in there and just kind of poke around a little bit. You can look around. Doesn't hurt to look. Now, I'm not telling you gotta buy them. I can tell you you'd be amazed the amount of, well, one, the room savings that you have as far as not having to put everything in a mason jar. And when you freeze dry eggs, like raw eggs for powdered eggs, it's amazing the little amount of room when you powder them up, what they take. You can run 6 dozen eggs in probably about a half-gallon bag. Oh yeah, they pay themselves off pretty quick. Like I said, as long as you got them running, you got to be religious about, keeping them things running. But you also got to look at the way things are going right now. The amount of inflation that's going on, and I know when we talk to like Smokey Randy, it's nothing compared to what he pays for stuff, but you can lock in your food prices today and be eating stuff 25 years from now that's still good, still tastes fresh, that you bought at the much, much lower prices. You don't have to store them in vacuum bags. You got to store them in Mylar bags with an oxygen absorber. And the freeze dryer comes with a seal kit, or the bag sealing kit. And if I remember right, it comes with like 50, it's either 50 or 100 Mylar bags, and some oxygen absorbers. So, yeah. Yeah, they're doing the same here. We're a little behind you, but you can tell they're going up a little faster than I'm comfortable with. Price of pork has doubled. Oh, and that's the other thing that a freeze dryer can do that a dehydrator can't do. I can dehydrate or freeze dry raw meat. So like your pork chops or steak or anything like that. It's makes a bit of a difference. Yeah, if you take what'd they say, if you take beef, pork, and chicken out, it's really not that bad. Infinite wisdom there. Yeah, it's I think I'm gonna probably sometime this weekend, I'm gonna cut up a whole pork loin and freeze dry it. That'll fit in the medium. But and the great part is, if you have your freeze dried mix of vegetables and your freeze dried pork chop, you reconstitute everything or rehydrate it. And then slice yourself up the pork, make a nice stir fry, have a hot meal when shit has done hit the fan. Oh, and you can do like your cooked entrees and stuff like that. So, like I'm going to be doing beef stew here pretty quick and freeze drying all of that, having it ready to go to where you just add some hot water. Yeah, the size of the packages are shrinking. Shrinkflation. Gotta love that term, huh? Don't do that. Cattle ain't worth getting shot over. And here you'd still get shot. I haven't done any how-to videos on the freeze dryer yet. It's at a different location, so I kind of got to watch what I record there. For posterity's sake, you know how it is. But, yeah. We can do some, well, I don't remember what I did with them. I had some freeze-dried strawberries here. Yeah. Oh, Amethyst, that happens more than you think. It's, I don't know. I can see both sides of that, because I've been on both sides of it. And, well, in fact, we got a little section spot of ground that it looks like the BLM land comes right down to the road, and you should be able to just hop off and walk. It's about actually 40 feet in from the fence line, so you're on private property while you're crossing. It doesn't end well for those guys. But yeah, that happens more often than a person might think. Yeah, usually you just send one over their head. Smokey. Just to get your attention. But there has been a few conversations. The problem is you got to think that... Here's the problem that we run into out here. For every one guy that knows the law and hunts the way he should, there's 10 guys that don't ask permission, don't care, drive across seeded fields, and just generally put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. Yeah, but you're... Am I from Montana? Not originally, Mary. I've been here for... going on 20 years. So I guess I'm coming up on close to just about longer in Montana than I've been anywhere else, so... At this juncture, I am a Montanan. And I like it here. I don't see myself going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, I live in central Montana. Small town. It is a beautiful state. Yeah, a lot of things to see here. A lot of wild country still. Kind of got to watch what the hell you're doing out there. But, yeah. Every year we lose, 4 or 5 hikers. But I guess at least they died doing what they wanted to do, right? But hell, we had a doctor was it last year? I want to say it was last year. Had a doctor that was ice climbing. 67-year-old man out ice climbing. And ice axe slipped and down he went. Deader than hell. Mosh, how are you? Yeah. Well, Uncle Krusty. You kick that dumpster fire yet? Oh yeah, we got missing 411 cases, yeah. Hey, guess what we're gonna do? I think we're gonna open that chest. It's open. And we're going to see who does what here. Smoky Randy, 158. Amethyst Cat, 91. Mighty Tort, 66. Jade, 44, 52. Fortunate, 44. Well, thank you all for the donations. And I think we're going to get the heck out of here. Any other questions before we go? About the cook kit or anything like that? I guess not. So, you have a few ways that you can support the channel, support the show. One, through your donations, which are greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. Two, you can go down and click on my Cash App. You can click on Subscribestar and become a subscriber through there. Or you can go check out my website and find out what's on there for you. Usually good deals I try to find on Amazon for you guys for camping and survival and, you know, all that kind of fun stuff. And like I said, you'll also find my Harvest Right link on there if you want to get serious about freeze drying, or if you have any questions before you do, let me know. Other than that, I think we're going to get the heck out of here, guys. If you could, keep your heads up, keep your head on a swivel, put on the armor of God, and everything's just going to be okay. So, we will catch you all later. Thanks for hanging out tonight. Bye-bye.